It is a fear tactic to the Canadian people so that they won't stand up anymore. I don't talk about January 6th too often for obvious reasons, but I do believe it's the exact same tactic. It's the same exact tactic. And the Canadian government is doing that to the Canadians now. If they fear, if they can make you doubt what you're doing, if they can scare you into standing up, they're going to. Because the scariest thing, not only for the United States government, but for governments around the world, the scariest thing is when the people of their nation stand together. They need you to be divided. They need you to not like each other. They need to pit race against race. They need it for them to stick to their agenda, to fatten their pockets with their special interests, to not truly represent the people, but what they want, so that their family keeps getting the silver spoon, so that their personal business gets to make cabinets forever, so that they can control the trucking in their state. We're not having that anymore. Governor of Pennsylvania, Governor Wolf, is a prime example of that problem. He is an exact example of that problem. Now, while I don't endorse candidates personally, technically, I do offer a platform and am willing to allow people running for office to speak. I will give them that option to speak to the people, because the people deserve to hear from those individuals. And if they can truly represent the people around the nation or their state, and they understand that we the people, that the People's Convoy will hold them accountable, whether we live in their state or not. We will call them out if they fail to represent the people. And that includes anybody that takes the stage here. And I think you all understand that, from the attorney generals that have spoken to the senators that have already spoken. We will hold you accountable. So if you come up on this stage and you say you're going to do something, as I've said many times, and this time I'm going to let the crowd do it, it's time that they are reminded that they work for us. With that said, we have an individual here that I'm told truly does care for the people, and I'm going to give him the platform at this time to speak to all of you.
Oh, yeah. Any veterans out there? Put your veterans, give it up for my brothers and sisters. Oh, yeah. Thank you for your service. God is good. I'm Senator Doug Mastriano, Pennsylvania, the next governor of Pennsylvania. You know, what happened to the seat of the nation where the light of liberty was lit in 1776? We've stood aside and let men and women unworthy of the office, people who don't care about you. When I was fighting to reopen the state 2 years ago, I was talking to one of the leaders in the General Assembly about how we got to get these mandates off our backs and reopen business because people are dying. And he looked over at me, this career politician, and said, "I don't care." Yeah. It's time to throw the bums out. You know what? This is America. The same people that were oppressing you with mandates and masks are now want to go send you off to fight in Ukraine. It's like, what happened here, guys? It's a strange time we live in here. You know, all I know is we're Americans. What happened to our country? What happened to it? I thank God for the truckers in Canada who rose up and stood for freedoms. You know, Rebby and I lived in Canada for a couple years, and Canadians are very patient people with a long fuse. You know things are bad when the Canadians are rising up and standing side by side with our brothers to the north with the American truckers. And that's what we're standing with right here. It's time that we stand together. In 1776, when Benjamin Franklin, actually 1787, at the Constitutional Convention, what did he say? Mrs. Powell ran up to him and said, "Well, Mr. Franklin, do we have a monarchy or a republic?" And what did he say? That's right. You guys know. A republic if you can keep it. We have to keep our republic. The United States of America is the greatest nation on the face of the earth. But we've watched our freedom slip away. We've watched politicians and politics rip them out of our hands. I say enough. I'm no hero. I served with heroes. 30 years in the United States Army, active duty, every day ready to defend the country. Combat tours, and they sent my butt across the world too. Thank you, but that's for all veterans. You know things are bad, and I've seen better elections in Afghanistan than in Pennsylvania.